Hello my dear friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today topic is about files and types of file used in the workshop and manufacturing industry. In this video, I will explain what a file is and its uses and different types of files in simple language. So watch the complete video till the end. I will explain in everything. So today, first of all, today agenda is what is file, parts of file, what is use of file in technical fields, types of files, types of files according to codes, types of file according to grade, how to use file, classification of files. That's everything. Then what is file? What is file? A file is a cutting tool. A file is a tool remove fine amounts of material from a workpiece. Material. Material. It is made of high carbon steel. It is done at hard and temper from point to solder hardness of the file is 64 HRC. 64 HRC. HRC means hardness Rockwell C scale. Hardness Rockwell C scale. Then parts of file. Let's see this picture. You will explain in everything. Parts of file. Point or tip. See the image. Point of the tip. Edge. Face. Teeth. Heel. Shoulder. Tang. Trailural. Handle. Everything. Then what is use of file in technical? What is the use of file in technical? File is cutting tool. A file is a tool. Remove fine amount of material from a workpiece. File is a cutting tool. A file to remove the fine amounts of material from a workpiece. It is common in woodworking, metalworking, and other similar trade and habitats. Then different types of files. Once you see this image, that is different types of file and different types of operation you can do it. So different types of file. First one is flat file, hand file, square file, triangular file, round file, half round file, knife edge file. Flat file. Its face has double cut teeth and sides have single cut teeth. Face double cut, side single cut teeth. Then hand file. Hand file. A file of rectangular section with parallel side and slightly thicker than a mill file. That is then another is the square file. What is square file? It has double cut. It has double cut on every four faces. It is generally utilized for making rectangular globes. Rectangular globes. Then triangular file. Triangular files are used while working with the angles, groups and corners. Triangular files are used while working with angle, groups and corners. Then another one is round files. It is generally utilized for making holes larger and making rounder corners and round holes. Then half round files. Its section shape is like a chode of a half round circle and tip is taper. Its flat side it is utilized for finishing or flat surface and other side making half round hole and curves. Knife edge. This type of file is shaped like knife. It is used for finishing or filing sharp corners and grooves. Then types of file according to code. There are different types of files are there and different types of codes are there. And types of codes means shape of teeth. Types of code means shape of teeth. So single cut, double cut, a wraps cut, curved cut, spiral cut file. Single cut. So single cut files have teeth that stretch across the width of the file. Cut in parallel row. Angle of teeth 60 degree. Uses soft material like aluminum, copper, brass, etc. Double cut. Double cut files, as the name suggests, are cut twice in two rows of parallel lines. Angle of teeth is 70 degree and 51 degree. Then wraps cut. Wraps cut. Wraps are characterized by individual cut teeth that are fastened with triangular punch by hand or by machine. Uses soft material like that wood and leather, etc. Carved file. Carved shapes makes them useful when peeling soft metal such as aluminum, copper, plastic, etc. Then types of file according to grade. Types of grade means number of teeth in 1 centimeter. Types of file according to grade. Types of grade means number of teeth in 1 centimeter or 10 centimeter. Then bastard grade, rough grade, smooth grade, dead smooth grade, second cut. Then types of file according to grade. Types of grade means the number of see that grades, different types of grades and length in written is given. Then method of filling, how to use in file: straight filing, cross filing, draw filing. Straight filing, cross filing, draw filing. Straight filing, see this image. This is called straight filing. Straight filing. Then cross filing. This is the image for the cross filing. Then draw filing. This is image for the draw filing. Then classification of file. Shape of the file. Classification of the file. Shape of the file. Size of the file. Cut of the file. Grade of the file. Grade of the file begins. So again, I will explain in everything, full details and types of the file. So what is a file tool? What is a file tool? A file is a hard cutting tool used for removing small amount of material, smoothing surfaces, finishing workpieces, shaping metals, woods or plastic. Files are widely used in fitting shop, machine shop, tool rooms, welding shop, and carpentry works. A file work by rubbing its sharp teeth against the material surfaces. So main function of the files are material removal, to remove excess material or material. Surface finishing, produces smooth surfaces. Edge finishing, remove sharp edges and burrs. Shaping, forms required shapes. Fitting, adjust parts dimension accurately. Main parts of a file: point, the narrow end of the file, function help fitting in small. Face, the broad surface containing teeth, function main cutting area. Edge, the narrow side of the file, function used for filling corners and slot. Heel, part near the handle, function connects the body and tank. Tang, pointed extension inserted into handle, function hold the handle firmly. Handle, usually made of wood or plastic, function provide grip and safety. Teeth, sharp cutting edges on the file surfaces, function remove material during peeling. Material of files. Files are generally made from high carbon steel, alloy steel. These materials provides hardness, fire resistance, long tool life. How file works: when the file moves forward over the workpiece, teeth cut small how file works: when the file moves forward over the workpiece, teeth cut small particles of materials is removed gradually, surface becomes smooth and accurate. Embroidered notes, a file cut only during the forward stroke. Types of files are classified according to shape, depth of cut, great purpose. Types of file according to shape, flat type, definition, a rectangular flat type, a rectangular shape file with flat surfaces, which are most commonly used files, and slightly tapered towards the point. Uses flat surfaces, general fitting work, removing bars. Advantage easy to use, multi-purpose. Square file. A file with square cross section. Uses square holes, keyways, slot, groups, etc. Advantage goods for internal corners. Round files. A cylindrical file. Definition: a cylindrical file. Uses enlarging holes, filling circular opening. Other name: Ractel file. Ractel file. Half round file. Definition: one side file and other side curve. Uses flat surface, curved surface, concave shapes. Advantage: dual purpose tool. Triangular file. Definition: a file with triangular cross section. Uses sharp corners, V grooves, saw teeth sharpening. Other name: three square file. Knife edge file. Definition: thin file shaped like knife edge. Thin file shaped like knife edge. Uses narrow grooves, accurate angle filling. Widening file. Definition: thin flat file. Uses locksmith works, narrow slots. Pillar file. Narrow file with sharp edges. Uses precision slot cleaning, time making. Mill file. Single cut file. Single cut flat file. Uses sharpening tools, finishing operation. Needle file. Small precision files. Uses jewelry work, die making, fine precision work. Then types of files according to teeth cut. Single cut file. Definition: contains one set of the parallel teeth. Contains one set of the parallel teeth, which are produce smooth finish, remove less material. Uses finishing work, tool sharpening. Double cut file will contain two sets of cross-secting teeth, which are remove material faster, rough finish. Uses rapid metal removal. Rapscott file contains individually raised teeth. Uses wood, leather, soft metal. Carved cut file. Definition: carved teeth pattern. Uses soft metal like aluminum and brushes. Types of file according to grade. Raw file feature large teeth, remove material quickly, uses highly filling work. Bastard file feature medium coarse teeth, uses generally workshop use. Second cut file, medium teeth size, semi-finished work. Smooth file, fine teeth, uses finishing surface finishing. Dead smooth file, very fine teeth, dead smooth file, very spinning teeth, uses precision finishing. Common file operation, cross filing, fix moves with a file moves across workpiece diagonally. Purpose: fast medium removal. Straight filing method: file moves straight forward. Purpose: produce smooth finish. Draw filing, file held sideways and pulled. Purpose: very fine surface finish. File cut, a file brush used for cleaning pastries. Advantages of the file: simple tool, low cost, easy to operate, good finishing quality, accurate finishing, and fitting possible. Disadvantages of filing: slow process, requires material efforts, not suitable for mass production. Application of files are used for fitting shop, tool rooms, automobile works, carpentry, job making, machine maintenance. Safety precaution: while files always use a handle, cleaning file properly, apply proper pressure, use correct file type, do not hammer file, care and maintenance of the file. Difference between single cut and double cut. See that is single cut and difference between single cut and double cut, and difference between flat and half round files, and selection of a proper file. Conclusion: a file is a very important hand finishing tool used for removing small amount of material and producing smooth surface finish. Different types of file are designated for different types of shape and application. Main file types are flat file, round file, square file, half round file, triangular file, needle file. Files are essential tools in fitting work, maintenance work, precision work, tool making. The proper file selection for a clean filling technique, accuracy of fill finish, productivity.